Okay guys, I get it. I get it, you stan Blackpink. Hey review family, keep it I keep it time. My name is Jay Morse, the review guy, and I'm back again to bring you another video. Welcome back to that time of the month. It is time for albums I like. This is a monthly series that I've been doing since November last year, I believe, where I go through the albums that I gave 8 out of 10s or higher to, recommend them so you don't miss them. I will put all of the reviews for these albums in the description box below, so if you want to go check out my full in-depth reviews of all these albums, they're going to be there. Let's get into it. First things first, I need to give a shout out to Saor's album, Forgotten Past. This is my second 10 out of 10 of the year, but it was released in February, so it's not technically one from March. But I love this album. It's a very explorative black metal and folk metal album, and I highly suggest it. It's in and out very quickly, so you'll know very quickly if you do not like it, or if you do like it. Really do enjoy the instrumentation. The vocals are blistering. The flutes and woodwind sections are just absolutely gorgeous and stunning. I love the soundscapes crafted. The mixing's perfect. Pretty much everything about this perfect, or I wouldn't have given it a 10 out of 10. First up's going to be Pissgrave's album, Posthumous Humiliation. God, this is one of the most brutal albums, actually, it is the most brutal album that I have heard this entire year thus far. It's disgusting, it's blood-caked, it is death metal on the brutal side of things, and think a band like Cannibal Corpse in their prime, think of a band like Dying Fetus, think of a band like Murder Construct, think of a band like Cow Decapitation, think of a band like Miscarriage, think about any of those bands, and just turn the dial up. The vocals are watery, they're very gore grind inspired, the instrumentation is brutal and blistering, as well as the drums are just absolutely crushing. Some very technical riffs. In my opinion, it is better than their debut album, and I know that a lot of people don't agree with that, but I personally think it's a step up. In Flames, I the Mask. In Flames comes back with one of their best albums in a while, in my opinion. I did really enjoy the instrumentation, and while there are some passages that can feel a bit run-of-the-mill, a bit alternative metal fluff, I do think that the vocal performance, the passion in that vocal performance, and the tight instrumentation really made this a nice experience, and excites me to see what In Flames is going to do going forward into the next decade, because I was not a fan of some of their more previous material, but they really killed it here. Next up, Juice WRLD, Death Race for Love, one of my favorite rap albums of the year thus far. Super catchy. I just cannot get enough of this. If I re-reviewed this now after like a ton more listens, it would have probably gotten a 9 instead of an 8, honestly. But even though it's a bit long, I know a lot of people are kind of crapping on it because it's too long. I don't think it's too long. I think it's fine. I love these tracks. There are some duds, but for the most part, except for some of the middle sections, these are some catchy tunes, some catchy beats. Juice WRLD comes through with a super inspirited vocal performance on tracks like Empty, and tracks like Maze, and tracks like Robbery. There are so many great moments on this album. Really do love the lyricism. It's very dark and it's very emotional, and it borderlines on funny at times. Juice WRLD is very young, but he's shaping up to be one of my favorite rappers right now. Lil Sims, Gray Area, currently my favorite rap album of the year. This was a 9, and I love her delivery. Her delivery is so raw, it is so just stripped back. The production is not that flawless. It is super British grime inspired with so many different influences going into it, like jazz rap. It's very conscious, a lot of really nice lyricism on this album. I do love not only how she is able to write these catchy flows, but the lyrics don't feel like they're just packed in to make this fast flow. It feels like she does have a lot to say, and I am proud that this is my rap album of the year so far, because Lil Sims is an artist that I hadn't really checked out prior to this. Obviously I did for the review, but God, this is such a sticky album, such sticky melodies. The guest singers are fantastic. The jazz beats are nice. I like the low-key type of rap beats and her flow, especially on tracks like Venom. It's an amazing album. I highly suggest checking it out. This is a super praised rap album just overall in the field, and I can see myself praising this so heavily at the end of the year. Next up, Momo Lin with Show Me, K-pop album of the year. Really sad that Daisy and Taehyung were not able to make this comeback, especially considering Daisy is my favorite member of the group. But it's not as good as Great. I don't think it's going to grow on me as well as Great did, but it's still a really nice K-pop album with some catchy tunes, some nice instrumentation. All the members really bring their all, and the hate that a track like I'm So Hot's getting, I don't understand it. This whole album is pretty much a bop from start to finish. Apparat with LP5, currently my favorite electronic album of the year. This is such a nice IDM album with just echoing, haunting, ethereal vocals, and such great soundscapes. In the review, I was like, Gesaffel's Shine, take some notes, because that album got a 7 out of 10, this one got an 8 out of 10, a strong 8 out of 10. Love this album, I keep going back to it, I keep finding more. The textures are nice. On the surface, it feels very simplistic, but as you delve into repeated listens and you really pay your mind to the compositional elements that he's putting to the table, this is a super impressive album. And definitely one of my favorite electronic albums in a while. I highly suggest this. I highly suggest all these albums. And that's that. Those are my favorite albums of March. So if you stay for the end screen, I'll link some videos you might be interested in. What were your favorite albums of March 2019? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, in the description, you can find my reviews of all these in case you missed any of them. I'll talk to you guys next time. But until then, my name is Jay Morris, Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.